What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackerz, and I got our updated yay or nay stats. So let's not waste any time and jump right into it. As always, organized by 6 characters at a time, in order from the most requested or highest percentage, we'll say, to the lowest percentage. So as you can see, the first 6, Hugh Neutron, Jenny Wakeman, XJ9, Timmy Turner, Rocco, Crimson Chin, and Shredder. So here's the percentage. Hugh Neutron, as you can see, still leads the way, 98.37%. He's up 0.06% from last week, but he stayed in the exact same spot. He stayed number 1. So there's that. Jenny Wakeman and Timmy Turner, they both stayed in the same spot, but both their percentage points went down. Jenny, she went down just over half of percentage, so she went down 0.55%. And then Timmy Turner went down 0.65%, so both of them dropping, which is a little crazy, just a little crazy. But then we got Rocco in 4th place, who stayed the exact same from where he was last week. So I guess you could say the top 5. Positions, they did not change. Stats, yes. But Rocco is at a 91.05%, and Rocco actually fell percentage-wise as well. He's down 0.61% from last week. And then we got Crimson Chin. Check him out, though. While he did stay the same spot, like I said, he stayed in 5th place. His percentage points went up. He went up just over 0.5%, so he went up 0.54%, I should say. He's at a 91.01%. And then Shredder, look at that. Shredder actually got back into the top 6. Shredder now has a 90.09%, which is up 0.19% from last week, and he moved up 2 spots from last week. So Shredder, big riser from last week, and he only had 1 vote this week, and it was a yay. Moving to the next 6 characters, we have 7 through 12, which is Squidward, Zuko. There we go. Hugh Neutron, one of the characters from last week. We'll touch on his stats in just a second. But LT Gray, Mr. Krabs, and Garfield. So we'll start with Hugh Neutron because he's one of the 2 debuting characters this week. So Hugh in his first week, 102 total votes, 89 of those were yeses, 13 of those were no's. So his percentage, yes to no ratio, comes out at 87.25%. Yeah, that's not too bad for your first week. 87.25% of people said, yeah, they want to see him on the roster, which is pretty cool. But then we got the others. We got Squidward, who's at a 89.55%. He remained the same. He stayed in 7th place from last week, although his percentage points are down. He's down 0.37% from last week. And then we got Zuko, big dropper this week for Zuko. He is now at a 87.61%, which is down 2.39%. He fell over 2% this week. I think he had 3 votes this week, and they were all nays, so it was not good for him. So yes, Zuko did fall down 2 spots from 6 to 8. We touched on Hugh Neutron, so that brings us to LT Gray, who's at an 84.12%. LT Gray, Mr. Krabs, and Garfield, as you can see, they all fell down 1 spot, but that's only because one of the new characters ended up jumping them. Otherwise, they would have stayed the same, but they did fall down 1 spot. But LT Gray, percentage-wise, down 0.68%. Mr. Krabs and Garfield, though, Mr. Krabs is up 0.56%, which is pretty good, over 0.5%. And then Garfield actually went up too. He went up 0.25%, 0.25. So both those characters heading in the right direction. I believe Mr. Krabs was even, he went up in percentage points last week. So that's back-to-back weeks for Krabs going in the right direction, which is pretty cool. Next up, we got 13 through 18. No sign of that other character yet. Uh-oh. Is this a bad sign? But we got, like I said, 13 through 18. We got Snap coming in at 13th place. Snap from Chalk Zone is at a 77.27%, which is actually down 0.13% from last week. But Snap did actually move up 1 spot from last week. So good for Snap. Then we got Mikko, who she's down to 76.52%. She fell 1.15% this week. Not good for her. She's also down 1 spot. Then we got Angry Beavers, who is the biggest dropper this week. Angry Beavers are sitting at a 75% yes to no ratio. They reached that 100 total vote mark. 100 total votes, 75 yays. You get easy math there. But 75%. Angry Beavers are actually down 3.12% from last week. That's not good. And they're down 3 spots. I think they had 3 votes and they were all nays. So yeah, the Beavers and Zuko, not a good week for them. Not a good week. But then we got Otis in there, who's at 73.17%. He is also down 0.16%. He fell down 1 spot as well. Auto Rocket in 17th place. He's at 71.59%. Also down 1.35%. Big drop in percentage there. I know it's only 1.35%, but that's big for this series. So yeah, huge. And then in 18th place, there is Blue from Blue's Clues, who's at 61.41%, down 0.68% from last week, and also falling 1 spot from last week. And now the last 4 characters to go over. Yep, there they are. Oof. We got 19 through 22. We'll start with last place. We'll start with Fanboy and Chum Chum. They are the other debuting character, and unfortunately, they debut in, well, last place. They did have 114 total votes, which is very good. Very good for 1 week. 54 of those were yeses. 60 of those were no's. So they were almost split. Not quite, but almost. But they start off with a 47.36% yes to no ratio. Yeah, not the greatest. We have 22 characters, and as of right now, they're dead last. But what about the other 3? We got Ultralord, who is at a 57.77%. Ultralord, check that out, went up 1.3% from last week, although he fell 1 spot. And he fell the 1 spot mainly due to Hugh Neutron getting inserted in the rankings high above him. So kind of by default, he gets pushed down. But percentage-wise, he's going upwards. He also was going up percentage points for last week. So 2 very good weeks for Ultralord fans. They're going in the right direction. Then we got Angelica in 20th place with a 55.6%, which is actually down 0.84%. Not good. And also she fell down 1 spot. And then there's Tommy, who's no longer in last place. So Rugrats fans, yay, you're no longer in last place. But Tommy is at a 49.25%, which is down 0.75%, 0.75%. So there you have it. There is your new updated Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl Yay or Nay stats. Your top 22. 1 did pretty well. Hugh Neutron debuts in 9th place. Not bad. And then the other one, Fanboy and Chum Chum, unfortunately, yeah, they debuted in last place. They had a lot of votes though, which again it was pretty split. So it's not like it was only a 20% percentage people wanted them. No, I mean it was, like I said, it's pretty close to split. We'll see how they do next week. Usually the second week on the updated stats for the new characters, they still get a fairly decent amount of votes. So we'll see if they're able to bounce back next week, and we'll see if Hugh maybe continues to go upwards, or, maybe he falls in percentage as well. But we'll figure that out next week. That is it for this one. I do hope you guys enjoyed as always. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.